What's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Golden 83, and I am here to do the tap into your soul reading for the sign of Aries. Okay, these readings are here to heal your soul from the overwhelming burdens you may or may not have known you were carrying. Okay, this is meant to be a completely intuitive insight from me, from spirit to you. Okay, feel free to interpret your own messages from the illustrations of Deborah Koff Chapman. We are using the Soul Cards 2 deck. Okay, the deck is illustrations done by Touch Drawing. Okay, I was suggested to use this deck or to even get this deck by my therapist. Okay, so they came highly recommended. Remember, you guys, these are general messages, not personal. So take what resonates and pass the rest to the next. Okay. Um, I have already shuffled and cut the deck 3 times. With these readings, we are only pulling 3 cards. We are pulling a card for your past, a card for present, and a card for the future. We'll look at the bottom of the deck to see what your overall outcome will be. Each placement, we have a different question for each one. So, as I said before, feel free to interpret your own reading with these illustrations. There is no book to this deck. Okay, so it's basically intuitive in what I interpret from the illustrations, but I will hold each card up so that way you can take the time to, pause the video if you like, and, look at the illustrations yourself, maybe get a notepad or something like that, and write down your own notes to what you interpret from the illustration. Okay, so let's get into it. I haven't knocked in a really long time. It's been a force of habit, but I think lately Spirit's been like, no, you don't need to knock. You're ready to go. Well, I'm like, oh, okay. So I haven't been knocking lately, but out of respect. So I'm going to energetically pull a card from the middle here, one that I'm getting guided to. I literally want this one here. Okay, we're not going to look at the bottom of the deck just yet. We're going to give it a minute so we can look at your placements. Okay, so let's look at your first placement. We have your past placement. So what held you back in your past? What held you back in your past, Aries? I'm going to hold this right here for a minute. Feel free to pause, okay? And write down what you see intuitively for yourself, okay? What held you back in your past? Were some of you musicians in the past? Maybe you had a love of music. And something interrupted that. Maybe you had a love to play a certain instrument. What held you back from it? Because I'm not feeling like you were held back from it. I think it was something, a profession that you wanted to take up. Um, but maybe it wasn't providing you or picking up speed the way that you wanted it to. And maybe that's what made you drop it. Um, because I feel like in this image, the person is very passionate um, about it and has a love of music, but maybe something interrupted that. Okay, only you would know, Aries. Okay, so what held you back in your past? Okay, were you not as passionate about what's the word I'm trying to use? Did you not think you were good enough to proceed or to progress in a life of music? Someone could have told you that you were not um, equipped to be a musician. Like I said, not enough exposure, maybe, is what held you back. Maybe you were expecting stardom too quickly and you didn't put forth the effort. Like I said, you didn't give it, maybe you didn't give it long enough of a chance. And so you dropped it and kind of went for your regular 9 to 5 instead of still pursuing it. Okay, let's move on. I don't want to stay in the energy for too long. Okay, present placement. Okay, what continues to hold you back presently? What continues to hold you back presently? Okay, pause here and write how you feel or what you can interpret from this photo here. Okay, I'm not gonna hold it up too long because it is nudity. Okay, and I am not trying to get flagged. Okay, but my videos are marked as not for anyone 18 or over, so 18 plus, please. Okay, we curse a little bit over here. There's some nudity sometimes, things like that. All right. Um, in the present, um, what holds you back presently, if you are still trying to pursue this type of career or this hobby, it's possibly a family life here. It could also be, you have a family now, and you're not sure whether or not if you're able to still pursue um, this passion. Um, it also could be the creativity. Your love of it isn't there like it used to be. Um, you may feel like you lost your spark with it. Because, like I said, it's like you don't connect with it as much as you used to. Um, I'm hearing chords collecting dust. chords collecting dust. Only musicians would understand the term of chords, possibly. Okay. Could be vocal cords, could be chords on a guitar. Well, guitars are strings, but wherever chords. Maybe you were a singer in a band or a group, or like I said, maybe playing an instrument. Okay, but honestly, it does feel like family life um, kind of made you put that down, put that hobby down. Okay. Um, it could have also been maybe a mother figure, because in the future placement, we have how will you change your future? Okay. How will you change your future? We'll pause it here. You guys can interpret, write down what you can interpret from this photo for yourself. Okay. Um, Aries, I feel like you'll make some form of connection, maybe with your mother. Um, Maybe music is something that is generational within you. Maybe your mother was a musician. Um, Something will spark your creativity. Pay attention to your dreams. I'm not sure if your mother is still here. Um, she may be communicating with you. You may be getting dreams of a past life of being a musician of some sort. If not a musician, your life purpose. You may have a new addition being added to your family, maybe another child. And that is, I'm sorry if I'm not connecting with y'all because I'm really getting into these cards. Um, 13 minutes in. Um, you could be, like I said, adding a new addition to your family, and it's almost as if any hopes of pursuing that career, or even don't don't so much think of it as, career. Start back with allowing it to be a craft, allowing it to be something that you do on the side. um, you would be surprised, even with being a local artist, you could still get enough exposure locally instead of thinking of on a grand scale. Okay. um, you're making you're being too hard on yourself. um, do it because you have a passion for it. Okay, not because you're trying to gain something from it. um, because when you do that, it doesn't bring you any type of enjoyment. Okay, do it because you enjoy it, not because you're looking to um, profit off of it. Okay, sometimes the things that we don't expect to profit for end up being profitable in a different way, such as, like I said, your full enjoyment of it. And then eventually that will come. Okay, um, you definitely wish you would have stuck with it in the past, and maybe it would have turned out differently for you. Um, as far as the exposure goes, okay, maybe you don't feel as though you are the provider of the family as you would like to be. Um, so you may be struggling with that. Okay, there's some self-esteem issues there, and they're stemming from somewhere. Either someone, once told you that, you should give that up. You got a family, you can't take care of your family like that. And so, that kind of was instilled in you, which made you not pursue it anymore. Okay. Um, but something, if you were gifted in it, something like that doesn't just leave you. It should be just like riding a bike. Okay, even though you haven't done it in a long time, it's it's second nature to you, if you will. Okay, so let's look at the bottom of the deck so we can wrap up your reading here. Okay, Aries. So this is your outcome here. This is your outcome. Some form of enlightenment and healing here. Okay. Um, one of the signs got this card last week. I can't remember who it was. Um, but it's a beautiful card. It might have been Virgo, I believe. Um, it's a beautiful card dealing with your solar plexus, dealing with your inner child. Um, like I said, I think music brought you joy at some point in time, but life ended up getting in the way and you had to grow up really fast. Okay, and so what you once enjoyed, you had to put down or put on the back burner to take care of your family. Okay, um, heal those wounds from your past. Um, that have caused you to kind of lose that inner child innocence within you. Gain some awareness and clarity on what it is that you truly want to do. Doesn't mean that you can't still pursue it, like I said, on the side. Um, you just have to build your schedule around it to where you can still pursue it. Um, and like I said, do it because you enjoy it, not primarily for the profit. You can easily become locally famous before you become worldwide famous. Okay, and it's never too late. Okay, if you think that it is. Okay, so that is all I have for you guys, Aries. By all means, um, check the other readings from this week and see how it ties in. This is pretty much going to round you guys out, okay? I hope this message or all the messages from the reading resonates with at least one. That's enough for me. I will see y'all next time. Peace, Aries.